True media, hey, check this out. You know they tell us always to keep our enemies close. But what I had to learn to understand as I grew, it wasn't my enemies who I had to watch. It was those who was closest to me, who professed that they loved me. It never was my enemies who I had to watch like that, because even though they say keep your enemies close, I never lived by that. I'm not about to keep nobody close or watch, have somebody close to me that I know that's an enemy of me. But what about the person that's come in disguise as to claim to have your best interests at heart, and the one that claim to love you, but they be really the enemy? See, what I had to learn is it wasn't my enemies who I had to watch like that, because I already knew how they was moving. In the end, it was those who was closest to me that did me the dirtiest. And so you got to understand, the ones that's close to you, like family, like relatives, the ones that's closest to you, close friends, they know your every move. They know everything about you. They know your weaknesses. They know where you're strong at. They know how to hit you where it hurt. And see, what I had to learn was it never was my enemies who I had to watch like that, because I already knew how they was coming. In the end, it was those who professed to love me, who smiled in my face. Whole time, they wanted to take my place. See, what we got to understand is that just because somebody is family or somebody's close to you, that don't mean that they won't go out their way to do you wrong. That don't mean that you drop your guards when you're around them. That don't mean that you put your trust and your faith into those people just because they got familiar faces. Because them be the people who backstab you. Them be the people who talk about you. Them be the people who do you the worst and don't support nothing you do or got going on in life. So is it true that I should watch my enemies and be aware of my enemies, but let my guards down around those who profess and claim that they love me? Is that true? And if it was true, tell me why I experienced different. Because it was always the ones that was closest to me that I had to watch. It was always the ones that was closest to me that did me the dirtiest. It was always the ones that was closest to me, smiled in my face, that came in disguise as a person who said that they loved me, but really they was the enemy all along. And so we got to understand, everybody that's close to you don't mean you well. We got to get this shit out of our head that just because, we've been knowing people for a certain amount of time, that we got to let our guards down when we're around them. Keep your business to yourself. Keep your business to yourself. Family will do it to you too. Spouses will do it to you too. Your kids will do it to you too. See, one thing I know about Satan, because I know Satan real good. I know Satan when I see Satan. I know him real good. He will use the people that's closest to you to distract you. He will use the people that's closest to you to test you and discourage you. It won't be your enemies. That's too easy. You already know how they coming. That's too easy. You already know where they stand at with you. You already know how they feel about you. It's too easy for the enemies. But the ones that's closest to you, Satan will use the ones that's closest to you to get you to crash out. I'm telling you, man. And so I have to learn how to understand that I got to trust my instincts, and I got to understand that everybody that's close to me, just because you blood related, that don't mean you family. Just because you blood related, that don't mean you family, because I see how you really feel about me. I heard what you said about me, and God heard what you said about me. And that's why it's a great divide that's going on amongst a lot of people and their family, or amongst a lot of people and their spouses. It's a great divide because Satan is using people that's close to you to manipulate you, to control you, to torment you. And you think it's just them and they bad intentions, and you think it's just them and they evil ways, and you think it's just them because they always was like that. But what you don't understand is that's a demon in them that's being used to come against the God in you. The demon in them see your light, and they can't handle your light. And so they try to suppress that good side about you, and they try to bring out the worst about you. And I'm telling you right now, Satan will use anybody to get to you, family or not. Sometimes that don't even be your family. They been gone. See, a lot of people we be looking at, they died a long time ago. Satan possessed them a long time ago. The person that you looking at when you standing side by certain people, you're not even looking at them no more. The demon in them has possessed them to the point to where it took over their mind, body, heart, and soul. You're not even looking at that person no more. They been died. In the spirit, they been died. It's a lot of people that's close to you that's dead in the spirit. They gone. And you think that you looking at the person that you once knew, but that person is entirely different on the inside. And that's why they come against you and they cause you to feel pain and agony when they're around you, or when you was around them. Because the enemy know how to trick our loved ones into going against us, because he know who got that light in the family. He know the ones that's really the black sheep of the family. He know the ones that really possess the spirit of God in the family. And he won't use your enemy, because the enemy is too easy. You already know how your enemy coming, but he'll use your mama. He'll use your daddy. He'll use your sisters. He'll use your aunties or your uncles. He'll use your cousins. He'll use your children. He'll use your wife, your husband, anybody that's closest to you that's weak, that can follow up with his plan to destroy you. He'll use them to destroy you. And so I have to learn how to understand at the end of the day, I already know how my enemy's coming. But the ones that was closest to me was the ones that did me the dirtiest, because they knew my weaknesses. And I'm telling you right now, this is why we must stay spiritually mature, and we must get spiritually stronger by the day, every day. Stay prayed up, because I'm telling you right now, we in a time right now, we got cousins killing cousins. We got daughters killing mothers. We got sons killing fathers. We got brothers killing brothers. We got sisters killing sisters. Man, it's crazy out here right now. We talking about blood-related people. We talking about spouses killing spouses and their kids. Man, it's so wicked and messed up out here right now, dog. You gotta have the Most High on your side. I can't stress this enough. See, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I was one of the most loyal people, still is. I'm one of the most loyal people you will ever meet. I'm just like that. I'm one of the most loyal people. I'm going to always keep it real and be authentic to the core. And can't nobody that in my lifetime I ever met or came across, can't never say I crossed them or did them dirty. I always been loyal and real like that. But I'm going to tell you, sometimes what being real and loyal will get you It'll put you in a vulnerable position, a vulnerable state of mind, because when you loyal and you real to people, you expect for them to do the same thing and be real and loyal to you. So it'll get you to drop your guards a little bit. But see, what I had to learn was you got to keep your guards up even when you're around those who's closest to you, who profess that they really love you. You still got to keep your guards up out here, because you never know the true intentions of a person, and you never know the spirit that's dwelling in a person. They might not have that spirit of God on them like you got on you. See, Satan go around using people that's familiar, that's closest to you, to destroy you, to distract you, to deceive you. And you got to be careful, and you got to learn how to understand. Family will do it too. Your spouse will do it too. It be the ones that's closest to you that'll cause you the most agony and pain. So understand what I'm saying. Is it really the enemy we got to watch? Because they say keep your enemies close. I don't believe in that though. I ain't about to keep my enemies close, because I already know how they feel about me, and I know how they coming. So I'm going to keep them from a distance, and I'm going to keep them at a distance where, you know, I know when they coming and how they coming. I ain't about to keep you close to me. But what if the enemy wasn't the enemy? What if the ones that was close to you all along was the enemy when you thought they was family? And they was the ones that you had to really watch. You dig what I'm saying? They was the ones that was really after you, because they seen the light and the impact you had on other people, and Satan used them the quickest to destroy your character. So understand what I'm telling you. Don't just watch the enemy. Don't just keep your enemies close and try to pay attention to everything the enemies do. Watch those that's close to you as well, that claim and profess to be people who love you. You got to watch them too, because they can also be the enemy in disguise, and they can be used from Satan and his agenda to try to manipulate you and deceive you in ways that you never thought. So stay prayed up out here and keep the Most High first. You dig what I'm saying? And watch people, man. Vet people. Be aware of this, because a lot of people don't understand or don't talk about it. But it's real. You dig what I'm saying? But I just wanted to put this on y'all mind, man. God bless y'all. I love y'all. You feel me? I appreciate everything. Thanks for all the support. Man, thank y'all. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Be careful out here and stay prayed up. Holla at y'all later. Peace out.